Paul says in Romans 5:1, having been justified by faith, we have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ. The only way anyone will ever get God to render this verdict about them is through Jesus. It comes to us through Jesus. And yet there are so many people who want God to render this verdict about them. In fact, I believe almost everyone who believes there's a God, what they're all bucking for is that they're going to stand before God one day and God says, you're righteous. You're righteous enough to get into heaven. Just about everyone wants that. But rather than consulting with God on how to get that verdict, they come up with their own ideas about how to get that verdict. A number of years ago, USA Today did a survey of over 640 Americans, and they asked the question, it's an interesting question for a national newspaper. They asked the question, what do you think are your chances of getting into heaven are? And they got a variety of responses. I just want to read one response from a woman in Hammond, Indiana. She says, my chances are kind of slim, maybe 50-50. I have to be more of a nice person, but I'm still in the running. This is a woman who is looking to herself. And what a poor existence. She lives her life not certain whether she's going to get this verdict on Judgment Day or not. At best, it's 50-50, but she's like, I got to be more of a nice person. I'm still in the running, but I'm not sure of the outcome. What I would want to say to her and to anyone who's depending upon themselves and their own righteousness to get into heaven is this, that if you're interested in having God render this verdict of justification upon you, listen to God, who's going to render that verdict, tell you how to get him to render that verdict. And God says it's only through Jesus.
That is so true, isn't it? Every system is just hoping that God is going to give them a pass based on their own manufactured goodness. With what source are they consulting? Perhaps an inner feeling. Perhaps they Google. Perhaps they take a look at some cult. Perhaps they follow some aberrant Christian religion which tells them you can be saved by your own works. Jesus Christ and the doctrine of justification, it invalidates any thinking that you can do anything to get yourself to heaven and be seen as righteous and accepted by God forever. Hello, Maria. This is Todd Friel from your auto insurance company, noticing you're not taking advantage of any of our life insurance policies. Really? Oh, really? You're not afraid to die? That's funny. Listen to this clip from Paul Washer.
I'm talking about you.
So what do you think of that, Maria?